Good afternoon. My name is Madhan. I work for PTC in India. I've been with PTC for 17 years and I run a pre-sales function which involves my interactions with our clients to help them understand our products better and how we can solve problems for their business. Right? And PTC as a company has been changing rapidly with our product and portfolios. Traditionally, we were a product and a service advantage company, providing enterprise solutions for conceptualization, design, engineering, and manufacturing. But we have seen the technology industry transform significantly, and we have also transformed with our products into the area of IoT and new age technologies like augmented reality and so on. So the analogy behind this transformation is that traditionally we have helped all our clients optimize their processes and become more efficient within the digital enterprise. That means when they begin to design a product till they deliver a product, we have made their processes optimized with our enterprise technologies. But once these products leave their premises, they pretty much lose sight of how it's performing, how it's being used, whether it is serving the purpose of what it is designed for, and things like that. And that physical world is what we're intending to bridge with our new age technologies of IoT and augmented reality. So we see these two worlds: the digital world where you spend 18-24 months developing and making a product. After the product leaves your premises is the physical world that the product is in actual real operation. And we're trying to get the customers a lot of insight into how the product is being used, what the likely failures are, how are the usage cycles, what can they do to improve the products better, and the service scenarios and all of that. So IoT and augmented reality just bridges that particular gap and gets the physical world back into the digital world, become more efficient. So we see a convergence, and that's the story behind our new brand image. The PTC logo changing into a P and a D, which signifies the physical and the digital world. And you'll continue to hear a lot of new things from PTC in terms of where we are going to bring these two worlds together for our customers.
Okay, so let's have a brief about Thingworx.
All right, so I'll break these new technologies into two pieces. We have done a lot of acquisitions in the area of IoT. These are products which have been very strong players in their respective markets. PTC has traditionally focused on the manufacturing enterprises. So we intend to use all of these new technologies to help our manufacturing customer base across about 6 odd verticals as a primary focus. So we are taking these IoT platforms, which is primarily named Thingworx, and there are a set of technology stacks which form the Thingworx platform. We acquired companies like Axeda and Kepware, which enable the connectivity. Now, the products that our customers make are called the things, the things. So the idea is to stay connected to the things. So the first layer of connectivity comes through your ability to take data from these devices via sensors through wired or wireless connectivity. So Kepware and Axeda suite of solutions help bridge that connectivity layer, right? And Thingworx is the IoT platform which allows our customers to develop applications of what to do with the data, right? You are monitoring about 100 odd equipments. All of these equipments are streaming real-time information into the cloud and back to your enterprise. So you need to figure out what to do with the data and also collate the data within your existing enterprise and then make business sense of that data. Right? That's what Thingworx allows you to do. Thingworx also enables connectivity to your existing enterprise systems, be it PLM or ERP or CRM or whatever it may be, and then bring these data from the things and the data from your enterprise systems together. Since the voluminous of data is increasing over time and then you're monitoring these equipments continuously, you need to be able to predict automatically what is going on with these equipment. So that's where we brought in an analytics layer with Cold Light, which is now called Thingworx Analytics, which enables a concept called machine learning, where you automatically predict the behavior based on the data patterns which are coming in, and then so that you can automatically set alerts and be warned that, for example, a temperature of the engine runs beyond a certain threshold, you would like to be informed. And then you would like to understand and analyze on what situations has the temperature of that engine increased, right? So that allows our customers to get right down to the core issue of the actual failure or a temperature increase, for instance. So that's the analytics piece. And then we also help customers to use that information to service these equipments better, to proactively service, or a predictive service as we call it, that even before the product fails, the analytics will help you to understand that an equipment is likely to fail, from now on towards 300 hours of operation. So you can mobilize your inventory, you can mobilize your service teams to ensure that you fix the problem even before it is likely to occur. Now this is going to bring a lot of value to the end user who doesn't see any equipment downtime. It is going to bring a lot of value to the manufacturer themselves, because they are making their uptime of their equipment significantly higher than waiting for a product to fail and then go and fix the problem, where there is value lost both for the manufacturer and the customer as well. So, and on top of all of these, to enable these service activities to happen much more in an efficient way, augmented reality adds, an icing on the cake. For instance, that all of these data which is collected, collated with your enterprise system, analyzed and predicted, is automatically superimposed in an augmented reality environment. An example could be that a service engineer or a customer himself or an end user himself is looking at these equipment using a mobile device. Let's say it could be an iPad or an Android device, and then where we have the wealth of information collected from these equipment, we automatically superimpose that information onto the devices. So the actual readings of the engine, temperature, velocity, whatever readings that we are reading, we can automatically put on top of a real life scenario. So the service engineer or the end user will just show the device on the physical device, and we superimpose all the digital data in a very, very highly dynamic. Right. One is, the Thingworx is enabling us to capture the data live from these equipment, right? And then it creates alerts, automatically notifies the end users or the manufacturer who's monitoring the optimization of that equipment. Now, augmented reality is the end view that a farmer or a end user is using to get all these data shown live on those devices. So, if a service engineer or a farmer has to replace a consumable or replace, for instance, an oil inside an engine, or because it's run beyond its permissible limits, one can understand the procedure of doing that replacement through the augmented reality application itself. So rather than referring to volumes of documents and going back to printed books and so on, we actually deliver the content of what action to take to prevent the failure directly on the augmented reality app.
Okay. Another question would be, how is this M2M, the machine-to-machine connection, established?
Right.
Can you just throw some light on it?
Sure. So the IoT scenario has play in two areas primarily for our manufacturing customers. One is connected products, that is the products that they make and sell stays connected through connectivity, and then the platform data coming to the cloud and so on. The other, they are manufacturing shop floors itself. They have meters and meters of equipment which they use to create, machine, manufacture and assemble these products, and IoT can play a much bigger role in that area as well. So these are machines which are in an assembly line, helping them make a part, assemble the part, and make the end product and then roll it out of the assembly line. And they require strict monitoring for adherence to quality, timings, procedures, and so on. So M2M connectivity is that basically an orchestrated monitoring of all of these machines which are in an assembly line shop floor, and then also bringing in a remote monitoring aspect of, I'm running multiple plants, I would like to have a bird's eye view of how these plants are operating. And so we enable that using, so most of our customers already have an existing infrastructure. They've been already making products for the last 20 odd years, and they have constantly upgraded their facilities from being truly mechanical equipments to electromechanical equipments. Today they are remotely monitoring using PLCs and microcontrollers, the production, the quality, everything is being measured. So on top of that, we bring that data into a much more like a management dashboard, so to speak, by taking data directly from these machines. So Kepware as a platform allows us to bridge that particular M2M part to bring the connectivity information and convert that into reportable data. That is to ensure that, if an equipment in an assembly line has failed, people are notified and then corrective actions are taken. And the data could even go to the extent that the manufacturer of the machine in the assembly line can also be informed to come on time to service that equipment, so that they keep their business running or they keep their assembly lines running. That's the scenario in a connected manufacturing.
Yeah. Can you just speak about Vuforia and the future of Thingworx? Just combine.
Sure. So Vuforia is the augmented reality stack. So all of these acquisitions that we have done in the past couple of years give us a very comprehensive offering to our clients, right from the connecting to these things to automatically delivering content to this physical world, which is where a service engineer is interacting with that equipment or an end user is interacting with that equipment. So the Thingworx is the foundation IoT layer. We are also building a stack of ready-to-use applications which our clients can directly use to customize, called the Thingworx utilities. Those utilities are bolt-on solutions on top of the IoT platform, which will allow them to rapidly build applications, custom applications for very, very unique use cases for their own business, right? So that means an industrial manufacturer would have a different use case compared to an automotive manufacturer or compared to an aerospace manufacturer. So these stack of Thingworx utility solutions will allow them to rapidly build applications on top of that. So those are bolt-on solutions. On the other side, we have Thingworx Analytics, which will help them to analyze the big data that is bred from these devices and make a lot of predictive actions based on those patterns or that these devices send. And finally, we will have Thingworx user experiences, where the custom apps are built for end users, like marketing department in an enterprise, or the engineering department in an enterprise, or the manufacturing department in an enterprise, or a service department in an enterprise. Now that will form the end applications built on top of the Thingworx foundation. Vuforia is the delivery application. It's a software development platform which also allows people to create this digital data delivered on a physical environment. For instance, I would point you to some videos on YouTube where you can look for Vuforia and HoloLens, where some good examples are being spoken. I can also show you a demo later using a phone app where you see real life data on real life. You put the digital data, you superimpose and give a lot of insight into how the product has functioned or failed or what alerts has it sent to the end user. That's the Vuforia application. That does the augmented reality part.
So future is augmented reality.
Future is augmented reality. So we are using a combination of IoT and AR to bring those end user experiences for our clients, for all stakeholders in the business, be it service organization, be it end users, be it manufacturing, anybody in the value chain.